We have African nations right now who are deceived to think that they are not under colonialism. But now, we had slavery and slave trade many years ago, which was abolished and it was substituted for colonialism in the Berlin Conference 1884, November to 25 February. In the Berlin Conference, they put the African map like this and they began to share. So there are 14 countries there, all European and only America out of Europe. They put them there. Say, you will take Cameroon, you will take this, you will take that, and they began to share at the Berlin Conference. So they left from slavery and slave trade into what? Colonialism. But now, after the Second World War, because they used to outsource a lot of African resources, and Africa began to rebel against this. So after the Second World War, around 1939 to 45, Africa began to revolt against this wickedness and then began to ask for independence. When they got the independence, now they have raw materials and resources, but they lack the financial power to convert those resources into what can be used. Now, these powers have given them their freedom and they create financial bodies like the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, and they begin to give them loans. We'll borrow you this amount of billions and you'll give us access, you give us back the money with, let's say, 40% interest after 1 year. Build schools, build roads, they pay our money and they know you cannot pay it. On trying to build that, you find that the money is small. Then I say, okay, don't pay us back with money, let's take resources. And this is the law. We are the ones to process the resources and be in charge. They process them, fix them, and they send it back to your country and you buy, and the money goes back to them and you are owing them. So that's how Africa is still under colonial rule and we think we are free. Many African countries cannot be developed because their colonial masters said so. You cannot be developed. Almost every country is in debt. Look at Congo, for example. They were in war for many years. It was a war for their resources and nobody's aware. Nobody's aware. Look at Libya, for example, when this man called Gaddafi rose, because you need a dictator that has the people's good at heart. He rose up with dictatorship and began to put laws. People thought he was a very bad man, and when they put that man down successfully, Libya has become like a desert for many years. No advancement, no emancipation, because they put down their general and they went back and sold themselves to slavery. Many years ago, they will bring ship and they will take our brothers and sisters with chain and force them to the ship to America. Now we enter the ship by ourselves without chain, because what was happening to us by a chain has changed our mind. We are running there without a force anymore. It stopped being a metal cage, it became a mental cage. Well, what the devil used to do to you by force, you are falling in love with the process. You are not the one running to America to commit the economic crime I call brain draining. It's an economic crime, it's a political crime, it's a crime against a nation. That God put you in Cameroon with a wisdom. I know that our country does not have any system to make you succeed, but you can break it by this understanding. Do you think that God put you here by error? You're not born here by error. You are born, you owe Cameroon what God put to you. You owe Cameroon your divine deposit. You owe this country. No matter where I go, I will come back here. I owe this country. You owe Cameroon. That's why our anthem is "Oh Cameroon." Nations want to begin to rebel against those systems, they will raise a civil war within the country to put instability and affect, and that instability equations now the potential of leadership, so it can bring about rebellion against who is there, so they can replace the person and put the puppet they can control. Because when Moses comes to consciousness and say, I will no longer take instruction from Pharaoh will do something to Moses. He will declare him wanted, dead or alive.